the folks who aren't on. Now let me hit share my desktop. All right. Can you guys see my desktop? You guys see that? Power Hour? Get out your top 100 list. All right. Who's got lists of peeps? This is a business of connecting. This is a business of expanding your network. It's a business of communicating with people, right? So over the next couple of slides, I have a ton of them. I have a ton of different ways to connect. I have a ton of different ideas of how I built my business. And we may not get through all these slides tonight. Maybe we'll piecemeal a couple of them each week. But my vision is that I pull up some concepts, and for a couple of minutes, we actually apply what I put on the slide. But you have to have a list of contacts in order to participate. And as I'm presenting this, and as people are messaging, if you see what I'm putting up and you're like, I want this to be interactive. So when I put something up and you say, well, that doesn't really apply to me because I started at this point, or this person I want to reach out to is XYZ, bring that up and let's talk about how we can wordsmith it and make it a little bit different. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is expanding your network on a weekly basis. If you don't do this daily, that's okay, but if you don't put it in your calendar, and this business, if you want to make 6 figures and 7 figures, you have to treat it with some consistency, right? So one thing you need to put in your calendar on a weekly basis is how am I expand my network. If you do it 2 or 3 days a week, okay? I gave you 3 different areas that you can expand your network. I'll give you an example real time with LinkedIn with what I'm doing. But first, I want to walk you through the different categories, and then we can all together go to our platforms that we prefer and expand our network for the next couple of minutes, okay? So those of you who are leveraging Facebook to grow your business, one of the best things you can do is go to your friends list, okay? And then you want to search and see people within your sphere of connection with them that you have a lot of common friends with. And if you don't know how to do that, we can coach you through that while we're on the phone, if that's where you're going to go in a minute, because we're going to spend five minutes here when I say go. So if that's your platform, what it does is when you go to Facebook and you go to friends, and then you search your friends where you have maybe 15 friends in common, but maybe you don't even know them. When you send someone a friend request and they see that they have so many friends in common with you, they're more likely to accept your friend request because they think you know each other and they just can't remember how they know you. And you may know them. They may be an acquaintance and you don't even know how you know them. But now they're in the sphere of your influence. Because if you're weekly branding yourself and promoting and putting stuff out there to the universe, you want to expand your network on the weekly basis, right? And Facebook also gives you suggestions. So when you pull up Facebook and you're going through scrolling, many times Facebook will throw in your feed a number of people to suggest that you become friends with. If you, on a daily basis, when you're scrolling, if that's just one thing you do is you connect to who Facebook's requesting you connect to, you're going to expand your network, okay? With LinkedIn, it's the same thing. LinkedIn suggests for you people to connect with, whether they're locally close to you, whether it's a similar profession, maybe it's you went to grad school together. If you're going in there daily, make it a habit for 5 minutes to just connect. Now, what I will tell you before we get started is that before you when you send a request to connect with people, if you find some kind of commonality with them on LinkedIn, if you want to look at their profile and see what you have in common or that you admire about them, like you want to give them like just a quick blurb, like a 1-sentence tagline, not tagline, but 1-sentence like pleasantry of like why you're connecting with them. You're much more likely to A, get the accept from the request from cold market, and B, more likely to stand out and for them to remember you because you made it personal. And the next time they see something in their feed from you, there's just more credibility there, right? So you can go through suggestions from LinkedIn. Yeah, go ahead, Jen.
Real quick question on that. I don't know how to do that on LinkedIn with a basic non-paying account.
I'll show you because I'm going to go to my LinkedIn profile and just.
Okay.
Yep.
Because when I tried to do it, I couldn't do it, and I thought it was because I didn't pay for a LinkedIn, like a special whatever. So yeah, I need help with that.
Yep. I know a workaround because I don't pay for mine either. So then LinkedIn also, you're going to get requests from people who are searching to connect. You always, when you accept the connection from them, if you guys aren't on mute, if you don't mind just muting yourself, I'm getting some background noise. Let's see. When you send someone a message, when you send someone a message, or when someone sends you a message to connect, when you respond, this has been gold. Renee Schreiberman shared this with me a little while ago. When someone reaches out to connect with you, respond and accept their request, but ask them, what was it about your profile that piques their interest to connect with you? Because that's an open-ended question, and it generates conversation, and it opens the door to network, okay? And then, I put targeted search Instagram. You can actually do a targeted search on Instagram too, but you can do a targeted search in the field for LinkedIn. So like, it's been on my list. I haven't done it yet because I've just been doing the different other ways to connect, but you can search through LinkedIn through location. So if you're looking for people within your specific area, you can search by location. Instagram's a whole nother beast. That there's a lot that you can do as well. I am not the expert on that. Christine Manukin is. You can search through hashtags. You can expand. You can expand your network similarly to Facebook. And when Christine comes back in a minute, when we see her, I'll let her speak to that. I personally am one of those who likes to go deep with one platform because it can become an income producing engine. But if I spread myself too far thin and try to manage all of them, I'm not really effective. So I admittedly am not the expert on Instagram. Christine is. Okay. So over the next 10 minutes, or no, 5, we'll just set it for 5. Everybody is going to grow their network. Over the next 5 minutes, we're going to grow our network. While you guys are growing your network, I'm going to give you an example of how I do it on LinkedIn. But I want you to go to your preferred platform. If LinkedIn is not your platform, go to Instagram. If Instagram's not your platform, go to Facebook. If you're not using social media, then you're probably not going to be very successful at network marketing this day and age. What you can do is if you aren't using social media right now, what you need to do is be volunteering for community service, finding ways to connect with new people. If you're not going to be doing it, creating some platform through social media, you can grow your network through volunteering in the community and finding other places to meet new people. Okay, so you guys can see my screen. I'm going to set the watch. For those of you that want to see on LinkedIn, I'm going to be sharing on LinkedIn. If you're not a big LinkedIn person, I want you to go to your own. Yes, I am recording. I want you to go to your own favorite platform. Like, don't, so I'm going to go to LinkedIn. So what you could be doing right now is going to your preferred. Okay, so see right here, I have 3 in my network that are requesting to connect. Now I am going to, first of all, I like to steal my verbiage from before. So I will go find, here we go. Thanks for the request to connect. Curious, I'm always interested in what it is about my profile that motivated you to connect with me. You guys can use this on Instagram. You can use this on Facebook. Anyone who's requesting to connect with you. Now I'm going to go back to my network. This is where the network requests are. And of course, the internet's like not working. Okay. Here is all the people. What is going on? How'd that happen? Let me go back. Of course, the internet fails when I'm trying to make a point. What's going on? Here we go. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so I've got 13. So I'm going to see all 13. So this is what I'm going to do. And so Jennifer, you were wondering about writing to people. So when you hit accept, so she's a founder of Integrative RX Solutions. So she's a pharmacist. I'm going to hit accept, and now I can hit message right here. So, gosh, you guys, your photos are all on my way. So I'm going to hit, now that message, I'm just going to paste right here. I'm going to say, Dr. Melody, thanks for the request to connect. Curious, I'm always interested in what it was about my profile that motivated you to connect with me. So this is prompting a first kind of back and forth. Hopefully, and what I'm finding is many people are commenting about my profile. Okay, so now here's where, if you do this for 5 minutes a day, now I've got the script copied. Now I'm just going to go to the next one. William, Infusion Services, accept. Now I'm going to send him a message. And I'm going to say, William, thanks for the request to connect. Now I hit send. Okay. Now I'm going to go to Aaron. I'm going to hit accept. I'm going to send him a message. You guys are getting the gist. I'm going to be quiet and do my thing while you guys are doing yours. When I start doing something else, I'll share with you. But everybody right now should be connecting with new people, expanding your network. Let me show you some other ways to expand, because now you can see I just did 3. I could bang out all the rest of them in the next 3 minutes. No problem. And when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll have 8 different conversations already in my inbox from people responding to my question. Ooh, look, fitness manager. Heck yeah. I'm going to accept that one. And then I'm going to hit message. And this also forces people to go look at your profile. Like, oh, crap, I don't know why I reached out to connect with her. What was it about her? And then they go look at my profile, and it prompts them to do a little research on me, right? Okay, so I could do that all night long. You guys are getting my example there. Now, if I go back to my network, so look down below and see how it says people you may know. These are people you can recruit, you can message. So I'll give you an example. Before I send a message, here's a medical sales specialist. Here is an institutional pharmacy representative. Let's see, who do I want as my example? Okay. I'll do this medical sales because we have something in common. Here's the key, Jennifer, with people that you want to connect with. Don't hit the connect button here because I think it sends an instant message. Click on their profile. And then what you can do is you want to click on their profile first. And then when you hit the connect button, it'll say, you can customize this invitation. LinkedIn members are more likely to accept invitations that include a personal note. So I'm going to add a personal note. Well, that was, first of all, I need to go look at her profile. So I'm going to look at her profile for a second. Results-oriented, dynamic, highly motivated medical sales professional, accomplished, customer-focused team player. Okay, so she's in sales, okay? Oh, and she works at GSK. Look at that. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to say message. I thought she looked familiar. I'm going to add a note. I'm going to say, hi, Nicole. This is where you want to get personal. Let them know you looked at their profile. I see we both have common threads with GSK and both reside in Charlotte. I'm always looking to connect with others. I'm always looking to connect with other motivated and successful sales folks. Okay, boom. And then I may say, would love to add you to my network. Okay, so now instead of her just getting some random invite to connect from some chick she knows nothing about and she's not going to spend the time to look me up, she's getting a personal note from me that's pointing out to her that we both work at GSK, we both live in Charlotte, and I'm stroking her ego and recognizing that she's motivated and she's in sales. And now I'm going to send the invitation. Okay. So that is another way to grow your network, is to reach out to people versus responding to requests to connect. Okay. So where's everybody's faces? All right. How's everybody tracking? All right. How many messages did everybody, how many new connections did you guys create while I was just talking? Did anybody send out some new connections? You guys want me to shut up for 1 minute so you can do it? I'm going to shut up for 1 minute and let you fire off 3 more connections before we move to the next thing. All right. So now you guys have another skill set in your pocket that, if I promise you, if you do this every day, and I've talked to Jennifer about this, it is like the grunt work that, like, it's not real fun and it's monotonous, but master the mundane. This is now what I do first thing in the morning, because at the end of the day, it's like the last thing you want to do, but it grows your business. So if you do nothing else in the morning but expand your network for 5 or 6 minutes and then do a couple more of these things, put it into your workflow. And 30 minutes a day, you're going to grow your network and grow your business. Okay. Here's the next thing I love to do. And this has blown up my LinkedIn community. Okay. Is love on your hot list of prospects. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is, you've got a hot list of people you would love to have in your business, right? Don't we all? One of the best things you can do is love on them. Not try to sell them, but show up and compliment them, comment on their post, support their post, especially if it's someone who's highly influential. So listen to this. I found this kid who's like a senior in pharmacy school who is like social media whiz in LinkedIn. And he also is a huge advocate of side hustles and promotes them. And I have latched onto him and commented and loved on everything that he puts out there. And it has brought me, I have 3 calls tomorrow with complete cold market strangers from the roundabout connections from this month. So you want to comment with your influencers, especially on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is not an adulterated platform. The algorithms are not funky. When you comment on someone in your network and you get into a conversation with them back and forth on their feed, it shows to their entire network, right? So when I got into a back and forth with this kid about me also having a side hustle and how I paid off my college loans in pharmacy school, do you know how much like traffic I got with that? It was incredible. Another thing you can do with any platform is, even instead of putting it in the comment section, if you want to get real, send them a DM. Like if they post something that like just really is heartfelt or that you really resonate with, send them a message, record your voice and love on them. Okay. So for instance, go back to my LinkedIn. Can you guys see my screen? I can't see you guys anymore. Somebody's still got some background noise. There we go. Okay. So what this might look like on LinkedIn is I'm going to go to my feed. So I'm going to go home. And let's see. Other thing I'll do is like support other people's posts about things. So for instance, I have a background in the medical science liaison arena. My tagline, however, is corporate dropout, changing the future for motivated, burnt out professionals looking to squeeze the juice out of life. So this guy's making a post about acronyms for the MSL arena. So just to get visibility to his entire network, so people see my tagline that I'm like not in corporate America anymore, I'm going to say something like, man, this is super helpful. Wish I had something like this to support my team when I was an MSL director. Okay. So what I've done right here is I'm going to post this. And now this is going to show up in all the conversation of everyone in this guy's feed, and it's marketed to people in my background, medical affairs, right? And people are going to see corporate dropout, changing the future for motivated, burnt out. See how quick my tagline like grabs people's attention? Okay. So that's loving on somebody with some influence. Let's see, who else? What I may do, I love this girl. I've tried to recruit her a million times and she's just not interested, and that's okay. Who's a marketer? So hopefully while I'm talking, I want you guys, while I'm talking, go find some people that you would love to have in your organization. Wish I could think of this guy's name. Hang on, I'm going to look him up in my messages. I'll give you an example. See all these conversations I'm in with people right now? It's insane.
Hey, Melissa.
Yes.
Hey, it's Christine. Sorry. I'm connecting in person with people. Just went for a 10-15-minute run/walk.
Good.
But this is what came to my mind as I'm hearing you guys do this exercise. Can we all commit to, as a homework, to customize our Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, whatever media we use, for what we do, and kind of be proud of it? Because like you said, like people, that's the first thing they're going to see when they open your profile. So for most of us, we have our daily jobs. So we kind of have to like own that too, plus the side gig.
Yep.
So I think we just have to be very creative and very bold about what we do and what value we can offer for other people's lives. So, and then my biggest question for you, Melissa, is you said there was that chick you really wanted to recruit, and I have a ton of people like that. Why is she not interested?
Oh,
do you know?
Yeah, she's not in the right space right now. It's not open. She's super fit.
Okay.
She's like she's given me so many injections, and I've got way too many other opportunities to waste my time. Like there's other people who are motivated and open, and she's just not. She has no idea what an incredible fit she would be. But I'm just like next.
Okay. So do you think hearing Susan Miller talk about bank code, do you think if we all commit to doing that exercise, for all these people we've been wanting in our business center, however they've said no, should we go back and kind of practice the really truly finding out what, you know, what their true inspiration of what their bank code is, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making sense, but you know what I mean? Because those to me sound excuses. If somebody's saying I'm too busy, I'm too fit, those are excuses.
Yeah, this chick just didn't want to have anything to do with shakes, and she had a lot of reasonings, and I'm in conversations with hundreds of people right now, so it just is not worth my chasing down. Okay, so like this kid, he actually canceled on me, but what he doesn't realize is he has, like, I have tapped into his network and it's created so many conversations for me. So I'm going to go click on his profile because I just love this kid. I love him. And he's not interested in my business. He's given me some excuses why. But what I do is I'll go see all of his posts. So, these are a bunch of pharmacy students who are graduating. Like, this is his network. So I'm tapping into his network. As a matter of fact, I think I made a post on this one. And what happens is when I comment and post on these feeds, all these other pharmacists see my comments and they like and comment and they connect with me. His activity, he hasn't posted. I don't want to seem like a weirdo. These are just things that he's posted. These are not things he's posted. These are things that he's liked or commented. But here's the thing, when he likes or comments, it gives me an opportunity to tap into his network. He personally has not made a post in a while, so I'm not gonna, but what I do is those people that you're prospecting or that have huge influence, you can go type in their names and then comment on occasion. I might even do it to Rachel Hollis, guys. Like, people who are following Rachel Hollis are entrepreneurs that are looking for, they're like my people, right? So if I go in and look at a post that she made, and I go in and love on like her podcasts and stuff. So Rachel Hollis, shout out to everyone who's working on their dream, their business, their career, or their side hustle this weekend. I see you, hustler, and I want to acknowledge how hard you're working. Remember, if it was easy, everyone would do it. Keep it going. So there's 52 comments and 1,100 people who liked this post. So I might come in here and make another comment and say, and thanks to you, Rachel, for motivating us daily, right? And then just post. That gives me some visibility to her entire network of 20,000 followers. I just drop my name with 20,000 followers, okay? All right. So I'm going to give you a minute. I want you guys to practice this. This can be on Facebook. This can be on Instagram. Can be on LinkedIn. I want you to go to the search function of your feed, and I want you to type in one person that you know would crush this business and would love to have on your team. I want you to go find them and comment on their last post.
Hey, Melissa, can I ask you a question about LinkedIn?
Sure.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for example, with Rachel Hollis, I'm not too good with LinkedIn. I need to get into it. But basically, like with her, are you friends with her? Do you follow her? Or how do you comment on like her things? If like, is a connection in LinkedIn kind of like a Facebook friend?
Yes.
You know, like on Facebook?
Yeah, you can follow her. She's got 20,000.
Kind of like with Facebook, right? You could follow someone if they have too many, like more than 5,000 friends, right?
Right. You can follow her, but you see all the comments in her post. There's 52 comments. So if other people get in there and engage and start reading the combo, they see your name and your tagline and whatever you've said when they're in the midst of the conversation. And so I've been doing this a lot with like pharmacists that have like a tagline with entrepreneur or side hustle, or like, that's like a really good market for me, for like people with my clinical background that also are hustling. And so I'm learning how to tease out and find a more right kind of candidate for the opportunity, versus like blasting it to the universe. All right, so I'm giving you guys a minute. Find some people you want to love on. And even better, if you look at their post and you love it, send them a direct message and even record your voice. My battery's about to die. I'm going to plug in my phone while you guys are doing that. Okay. All right. Okay, so hopefully you guys have gotten a little bit of work done there. I'm going to do one more tonight, and then we'll call it a night. And then next week we'll pick back up. I want to give Jennifer a minute to talk about what we're doing with the next 90 days. I say we, what she and Jenny have really worked together on, because we've got verbiage that Jennifer's worked on that you guys can use for that too. But this one's simple. So, and I'm guilty for not going back and doing this as much as I should. I should make like a bulleted list of like action steps you can take with social media on a routine basis that are like check. This one is the thank those who support you. So when you make a post on social media about the business or about the products, and you have a prospect, someone within your network who's not enrolled yet, and they like or comment on your post, you need to engage them. You need to follow up with them. You need to, what I love to do on LinkedIn is I thank people for their support. And that goes a long way. And this is how you build credibility with a cold market. So what I want you guys to do over the next couple of minutes is I want you to go to your most recent post. Hey, Terry. All the way from Russia. I love it. We are going to go to your whatever you're using. If you're using Facebook, go to Facebook. If you're going to Instagram, go to Instagram. I'm going to go to my profile. And by the way, like, don't get disheartened if you post something on LinkedIn and no one comments. Many times I've posted things on LinkedIn and no one has commented, and then I get direct messages from people, or I get an immediate request to connect. So I'm going to go into my previous post. You guys need to be going into your previous post. Whatever platform you want to use. And I'm going to find my last post. Oh, there's an easier way to do this. I'm going to click on post. Okay. See, for instance, here I got 1 comment and 5 likes. And there's this woman I was going back and forth with, a pharmacist who had expressed an interest. And then all of a sudden she found out it was network marketing. And apparently she had a really bad experience years ago and lost a lot of money. And she wrote me the nastiest message about me plastering $1 million all over my page. And like, she was so nasty about it. And what I thought was funny was that she didn't comment or like or put anything here, right? Which has sparked me to do actually a live tomorrow in LinkedIn about money mindset, and how if you feel uncomfortable when other people celebrate huge financial success, like, you need to look inward at yourself and what your problem is. And I actually can't wait to do that video, because anyway, you guys will see it tomorrow. NPR did this great TED Talk. They did this TED Talk on transparency on incomes, and how in corporate America, most companies are really, I'm going off on a tangent. You'll see it tomorrow. I'm so excited to just blast it out there. And hopefully I just like rub that woman even further wrong. Okay. So this post, Dr. Jerica Dodd, right? So she and I have actually been back and forth. You know how I found her? We connected because of that little guy who's still in pharmacy school, who's like a social media guru, who got me in the door for this pharmacy summit that's going on right now. She was a speaker for a summit this week for entrepreneurship and pharmacists and how to reinvent your career. Like, hello. So I might go to her. She's a consultant pharmacist, health and wellness advocate, national speaker. Guys, these people are out there, right? So I might message her. See, I've already messaged her. All right, so on July 31st, August, September. It's been long enough. You guys see that? It's been since July 31st, but she just liked a post about millionaire status last week. And had I not done this exercise with you guys, I wouldn't have caught it and I wouldn't have gone back. This needs to be a part of our weekly activity, like general house team. So I'm going to reach back out. Dr. Jerica, I wanted to take a moment to thank you for your support on my post celebrating the success of my mentors. Let's see. And I'm going to look at her profile for a minute. This is where you can get really spammy if you don't slow down for a minute and like treat people like people instead of a number. Let's see, where does she live? Marietta, Georgia. Okay. So, and I'm going to look back at my previous message. Thanks for the request to connect. We have common thread. So I've already reached out to her once. Just want to take a moment to thank you. Okay. Coach to pharmacist in transition. So here's what I'm going to say. I love your tag line on coaching pharmacist in transition. Not sure if our work would overlap, but I'd love to connect with you for 15 minutes and discuss Yeah, because see, she's coaching pharmacists in transition. I wonder what that looks like and how we could collaborate, or there's synergies between us, right? So I'm just going to put it out there. Not sure if our work would overlap, but 15 minutes to discuss possible synergies and learn more about your work. So see, this is about her. This isn't about me selling her. I want to have a discovery call with this chick. And when you have a discovery call with someone, it's natural for you to each share a little bit about what you do. And it may pique her interest. If I look at her profile and I see what she's doing and I see her background, this could be a good fit. And she liked a comment about my industry, right? So you guys see where I'm going with this? Now the thing is, I never would have gotten the like and I never would have gotten the comment had I not put it out there for the world to see. Okay, so now I'm going to hit send. Boom. Forgot to put a question mark. My grammar is so bad, always. You guys know that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to, there's that. Were you guys able to see my screen? Was I just doing all of that and you couldn't see my screen?
Right.
Yeah, you guys should have said something. Jeez, the whole time? That's all right. You guys were busy connecting, right? Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to turn it over to Jennifer in a split second. I want feedback. Was this helpful? Would you want to do this again? Or was it a waste of time? Like, give me your feedback.
We texting?
Yes. Yes, it was very helpful. Okay. What I meant to show you guys, I thought I was showing you my board the whole time. You heard me talking out loud, so you probably got the gist. But see this chick right here, Dr. Jerica Dodd? She liked and commented on a post I made about Amanda and Renee being millionaire status. Okay, so here's where I found her. I'm going to show you guys. This post was made 2 days ago. Success leaves clues. I'm very clear about the industry, what's going on. Keep in mind, on July 31st, I messaged this chick and never heard back from her. Never. So don't take it personally. I get one comment on the post, and who's it from? Her, Dr. Jerica Dodd. So what did I do? I clicked on her profile. And before I message her back, I want to be intimate. I want to sound like I really want to know who she is, which I do. So I read her profile to find out that she's a coach to pharmacists in transition. It's a smart, motivated woman. She used to work at GSK. So then I went to message her to thank her for my post. And I said, just want to take a moment to thank you for your support on my post celebrating the success of my mentors. I love your tagline on coaching pharmacists in transition. Not sure if our work would overlap, but I'd love to connect with you for 15 minutes to discuss possible synergies and learn more about your work. So see, I'm not pitching her to sell her. I'm connecting with her and want to learn more about what she does, because as you peel back the onion and you start looking for the right prospects, the conversations get to be a lot more fun because she's just the perfect candidate. Okay. That's what I meant to show you guys a minute ago. So hopefully that was helpful. As we close out, I want to turn it over to Jennifer and Jenny because we're going to be launching something cool, and I'm just going to shut up and turn it over to them so they can talk about it.
Okay, so I'll make this quick. Jenny and I had been collaborating back and forth on how to kick off something a little bit better. We came up with our own ideas. Jenny had some good ones. She was going to do a post, and randomly I tried to transition her post, which had a lot of the same ideas I had, and why don't we do this, how to make this last 90 days our best, not just focusing on October. So then I messaged Melissa, and Melissa's like, did you just listen to Rachel Hollis's podcast this morning? And I'm like, no. But then that triggered my memory. I did listen to Rachel a year ago, and that was what the initial last 90 days. So anyway, beautiful thing how God works and puts all this together for us. But I'm going to post, what do you want me to post? Run with me, healthy change.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to post there. I guess I could do it right at this second at my fingertips. So you're going to know what I'm talking about. So I'll do it so you can look at it with me and we can discuss it.
Oh my gosh, there's only 90 days left in this decade, Jennifer.
Oh Lordy, now you're really getting tight. We might have to just go with that too. But anyway, so Jenny and I haven't decided if Jenny or I, it's going to be a Jenny with the J or Jennifer with the J, tomorrow at noon. So we might try to get something out tomorrow morning where you could pub that, whatever. We're going to announce this on Healthy Change by doing a live. And basically it's, are you up for taking a challenge to take care of you? This is going to be about personal commitment, self-growth, professional development. So we can hit all the same areas we're hitting with biz and with opportunities. So everything that you guys, the contributors to our last challenge, we're going to build on that. So it's not just going to be, it's going to be physical and financial freedom, but with this emphasis. So as we're tapping into it in the beginning, it's for those of you interested in joining the Eat for Free Club, we're dangling that out there for those who are like, oh, I don't want to do that, or that's not for me. Who doesn't want to eat for free? So anyway, we're putting that out there. So this is target audience is new prospects and all the people you already have on Healthy Change. And if you go through your downline, the people who didn't join it the first time, you can re-invite them this time. So basically everybody with the idea of creating committed consumers, committed consumer coaches. And then if we get people who really buy in, then we feed them into Melissa's next future Isogenics execs or whatever you're deciding to do with that. Okay, basically with this, guys, it's self-commitment. It's a little bit of Rachel Hollis, a little bit of Jenny, a little bit of, it's just a little bit of greatness all together. 5 activity days. Okay, do you see that? Did you guys see that I posted this on the Run With Me Messenger thread?
Let me look. You might want to post it as a post on our Facebook page too, so that it'll get buried in this thread later. But if we can retag it in the Facebook group,
we'll put it with the live tomorrow, so it'll be on with the live at noon, and it'll be tagged so you can go back to that. With that being said, so self-commitment of 5 activity days. Whatever you want it to be, it's yours. And that's the key thing. If that's for someone just walking their dog, that's great. If that's more than they were doing the previous day. So you meet people where they're at. Drinking half your body weight in water or more every day, not just during cleanse days. And then the big push we're going to have for October during this 90 days is Sober October. For some of you, for some of our peeps, that might be alcohol. For others, it's going to be not eating or drinking something that you know you shouldn't be, whether that's diet pop, whether that's sweet tea, whether that's cupcakes, gluten-free cupcakes or cookies, that. So anyway, then the next thing, this is going to the business, this is going to cycles, this is going to what works, this is a new product, so we're pushing that out there too, is use at least 1 AMP product for better performance and faster recovery during this time frame. People might say, what's the AMP product? Why would I need that? You're their coach, answer questions throughout this challenge as we do, which I haven't given everybody piece by piece anything. I've talked about days individually with some of you. If I haven't reached out to you and you want to be a huge part of this, heck yeah, message me. We can make that happen. We're going to build on what we've been doing in the exact same Healthy Change Facebook group. We're just going to keep building it. It's a place to go. And then, in a general, just a love of others, be kind to others, and be kind to yourself. So when we bring in our new people in, we're coaching grace. No one's going to do the system perfectly. None of us are perfect. Life's not perfect. But be kind to others, be kind to yourself. And genuinely, that's also part of making connections. And then a reminder, it takes 21 days to create a habit and 90 days to change your life. And Jenny, did I post the wrong one? Or is this because we edited, we went back and forth so many times. Is this the right one? Because that would be bad. Sorry, guys. It's been a busy day.
We can't hear you, Jenny, if you're talking.
I think I got the right one.
No, I think you're good. Because
Okay.
it has the Sober October.
Okay, we're good. Just double checking. There was a lot of back and forth. So Jenny, anything you would like to add before I'm going to talk about the last little piece?
No, I mean, this post says it all. So just, I had posted this originally, something very similar on my own team messenger thread, just to try to get camaraderie going. And it's been slow going, but I'm starting to get some trickle in. So all of our enrollees are on Healthy Change. So as we post this, if y'all can just immediately go in and just start putting down maybe what your goals are personally, and just we'll try to encouraging others to participate.
And you guys can take this and do it on your private pages too. Like I did something similar to this on my Gen B PT's Wednesday Wellness Tips. You guys can post this as a way just to bring people in this weekend. It's not too late. We're still jumping in, but I know even my 21-year-old is doing this Sober October. So like, this is the thing. This is the thing for millennials. And I'm thinking, why can't we keep you sober all 12 months out of the year? But anyway, it's a start. So there's that. I'm missing a big, huge piece in my brain. I'm a morning person when it comes to this and not an evening, even though I love this time of this call. There's a huge piece that I'm forgetting to tell you that I think I've shared with some people via group, and it's not hitting me right now. And I cleaned up because I was having guests for dinner and they were at my organization. So we can share that tomorrow. But no, tomorrow at noon, we're going to announce that. And Terry, do you remember? Because I talked to you and Dawn. It seems like there's something else key in addition to this that we discussed. Do you remember?
Well, we talked about connecting on Wednesdays. Was there something different though?
No, it's something else. But guys, just keep doing what we're doing, but make it better. And as all of us get different pieces of personal development, that we're getting better, we're getting stronger, we're sharing, the increased engagement on the page, and like Terry and I talked, how we're building it and not keep recreating the wheel. We're just building upon it. Hopefully this is going to increase everything as we go. I mean, just make more engagement, more interaction. And then one thing we all talked about is if we touch base with our downlines too during this process, and to try to get the connections going with them. Jenny and I went back and forth a little bit about on welcoming. We thought maybe Mondays would be a good day for welcoming people, like, because there's going to be new people to this list, that some of people who've already been enrolled, but they just didn't join last time, or brand new prospects, or brand new enrollments. So they're all welcome, and we're just going to make the most of it. Also, when we do the challenges this time, if it's the person in your downline, then you will be responsible for their freebie. So you can ship the freebie to them. We just thought that would be fair. There was a few months I'd done it, a few months Melissa had done it. There'll be more details on those specifics coming to you directly, like I did before, and ask questions if you don't know. It's perfectly fine. This time we're going to have one person in charge for every day a week. And if you want to find people, that's great. I don't have that all done up for you guys yet, but it's a work in progress. I've talked to several of you. So it's going to be a similar how we did last time, but with a little bit more fire to it with this last 90 days.
I'm excited for it. I've been sober in October. I haven't had alcohol in like 3 weeks.
Woohoo! That's more than October, so kudos.
Sick kiddos will do it to you because you don't know what you have to wake up to. All right, guys. Jennifer and Jenny, thank you so much for spearheading this. Your leadership and willingness to just grab the bull by the horns and do this is so awesome. And Terry, for dialing in from Moscow, like, what time is it there? I can't hear you. Oh, we lost her.
Here it's 4:30
in the morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
I woke up at 2:30 because I have jet lag. So,
yeah.
But I'll go. Yeah.
You're so awesome. All right, guys. Well, have a good night. I hope this was helpful for Sarah, who's a newbie on the line, all the way to those of you who've been around forever, just looking for a little bit of action to take immediately on the call. I'll post the recording tomorrow so that you guys will have it for reference if you want. And Terry, you can go back and catch it from the beginning. And for everybody who missed it tonight. You guys are awesome. Join tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Renee is going to be doing the comp overview. It'll be awesome. And have a great weekend and start creating this consistency of connecting and growing your connections and reaching out and loving on people, and your business will grow. All right. Good night.